Hey Facebook, morning, Anna here. Hello, hello, hello. I'm back. I am back to normal. If you didn't see yesterday's live stream, that was very, very abnormal. But I am back. I am exactly what I talked about in yesterday's live stream. I am so fucking blissed out right now and just excited and so abundant and so joyful and so grateful. And I'm officially back. This is the normal live stream. We're back. So I have a really cool, I had a really cool idea this morning after my workout, right, about a live stream that I haven't done before, right? And it's about, well, you know what it's about. You've seen the name of it, right? Say hi if you jump on, by the way. But this is something that I guess I forget that a lot of people may not know this, or that they may not, they may not actually know how to handle this, right? So what I want to talk about today, really quickly and really simply, is my top 3 tips for how to survive in a job you hate, and more importantly, how to actually thrive in it. Because here's the thing, you know me, you know I am all about attitude, and you know that I believe you create absolutely everything in your life that you want and that you don't want based on what you focus on and your choices and everything like that, right? Everything is done by you, is created by you. And so I actually believe that it's not about surviving a job that you hate. It's actually about thriving in it, and it's actually about loving it. So the reason I can talk about this, the reason that I can be so sure about this, is because I've been in that position, right, where I had a job that I absolutely hated, and I had to learn these lessons as well. I haven't been in that position for a long time where I hated the job, but I definitely was, and it's definitely something. These 3 top tips are the reasons why I, first of all, learned to actually love the job I hate, and secondly, it changed the entire atmosphere there. It changed everything. It's really, really, really powerful stuff. And so this can be, I'm going to talk about a workplace, obviously, for this, but this can apply to anything. This can apply to relationships. It can apply to even like family stuff, like if you have to catch up with certain family members over Christmas or over holidays and things like that. Sometimes you have to be in a position that you don't want to be in, and you really fucking hate being there because some people drain you, some people are negative, some people will, always put you down, whatever it is, and you have to be there. Here is my top 3 tips for how to actually transition and how to change that entire environment, because you absolutely can. Like, you actually can change other people. It's that good. All right, cool. So yeah, make sure you say hey if you're on and you're watching. Let's get into it. Number one, and this is the most important one. I always start with this one, right? Attitude, right? You need to get rid of your shit attitude about your job, and you need to get into an attitude of gratitude, okay? So what I mean by this is, the reason that your job is shit is not because your job is shit, or your boss is an asshole, or the people at work don't do anything, or so-and-so is always, trying to get you in trouble, or whatever other million reasons that you're saying to yourself right now that this job is shit, right? No, the reason the job is shit is because of your attitude, right? It's because you keep telling yourself that your boss is an asshole. It's because you keep telling yourself that so-and-so is always out to get you, so-and-so is not doing the work and not, stepping up, and this person's always making this difficult. That is the reason that it's shit for you, is because you have absolutely no gratitude for what's going on. And so this is really important to understand how to get into this attitude of gratitude, right? Because gratitude shifts everything. When you have gratitude for something, it has to be good and it has to get better. That's how it works. And as long as you're focusing on why it's so crappy and why your boss is such an asshole and whatever else it is, that's what you're going to keep attracting, right? So when it comes to gratitude, start with small things, right? So if you right now are so unhappy with the job that you have, start with something that you can be grateful for that may not even necessarily have to do with the job itself, but what the job provides you. So this is a really easy place to start. For example, to say, all right, well, you know what, workplace is shit, my boss is shit, blah, 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 whatever. But I get paid every week, or I get paid every fortnight. And because of that money that comes in, I'm able to do this. I'm able to provide for my kids. I'm able to provide for myself. I'm able to buy myself nice things. I'm able to have food. I'm able to eat and be in a warm house and whatever else it is. Start with that kind of stuff and go, okay, well, yeah, okay, I understand there might be some shit people around you in shit situations or whatever. But you know what? If you can actually move into a position of going, hey, Luke, of actually saying, yeah, I'm going to be grateful for what this provides for me, that's a good place to start, right? You start with that. And then once you've started with that, you can move into actually stuff in your workplace, right? So be grateful for So for example, if you work in an office, let's say, right, a lot of people do work in an office. How about actually realizing how grateful you are and how awesome it is that you get to be somewhere that's sheltered, that's comfortable for you every single day. There's plenty of people who have to work outdoors all the time. I'm not saying have to as in like someone forced them, obviously that's their choice. But you can choose to be really grateful that, you know what, I don't have to worry about the elements every day. I don't have to work outside. I'm able to be inside. I'm able to be in a comfortable place, always feel safe, always feel looked after, that kind of stuff, right? That's something to focus on. And then from there, expand, right? The stuff that you actually focus on is the stuff that you will get. So if you focus on, for example, the person, your boss, and the stuff that annoys you, you're going to attract more of the stuff that annoys you. They're going to keep annoying you. If you focus on just one thing, one little tiny friggin' thing that you actually admire or you like about your boss or whatever it is, it could be the tiniest little thing. It could be, and it doesn't even have to be to do with their personality. It can literally be, I'm really grateful that they come in every day and the office is already at a perfect temperature or something before I get in. Something like that, like whatever, literally whatever. And focus on that. Focus on being grateful for that. And watch what happens. Watch what happens when you actually start having gratitude for something, even though it may not be something that you think is going to make much of a difference. It really does, because it escalates. Then you're able to find something else to be grateful for, then something else, then something else. And magically, well, it seems magical, and it kind of is, but it's just the way things work, things will start to shift, right? And the whole relationship there will start to shift, and your whole attitude there will start to shift because of that, right? But you have to remember, nothing changes until you change, right? So it's not about waiting for your boss to suddenly become nicer or the work to become more interesting or whatever it is. It's about you changing stuff internally, and everything else around you will change, right? So that's my tip number one, gratitude. Find stuff to be grateful for. If you can't find anything right now because you're so friggin' limited that you can't find a single thing to be grateful for in your workplace, start with being grateful for the fact that you get paid and what this gives you. That stuff you can be grateful for, unless you're really ungrateful that you have warm clothes, that you have food to eat, that you have, a shower to use or whatever it is. Unless you're really ungrateful for that stuff, in which case, you know what, good luck to you. Good luck to you, because you're going to be absolutely screwed if you can't even be grateful for the simple things in life. So that's my number one tip, right? Gratefulness, gratitude, attitude of gratitude. Second tip, number two. Second tip. This one is, wait, I'm getting them mixed up now. Let me remember. I'm already thinking of the third one, but I know there was a second one. That's all right. I'll talk about give me a sec. No, I do. I made number two now. All right, number two. If you have a job, for example, that's quite repetitive, that you don't need to be paying attention too much to, then get in the habit of using audios, right? So this is something that I've done for a very long time. Whenever I have any sort of tasks that don't require my brain to work too much or anything like that, I will turn on an audio. I'll listen to, Tony Robbins or Abraham Hicks or whoever it happens to be over the years, right? And I will listen to some really awesome motivational, attitude shifting type audios to get myself in an awesome state, right? So this is stuff that you can absorb and everything like that, right? And you can be doing this while you're at work. The other thing is, if you're, in a job where it is more that you do need to actually concentrate, and therefore you can't be concentrating on someone talking to you at the same time, in which case there's plenty of other options. There's music, right? You can listen to some music. You can, if you're at all spiritually inclined, if you're at all sort of energetically inclined, anything like that, feel free to look into, for example, like Reiki videos and things like that, where you can they're silent, right? Or some of them have music in the background, but Reiki is just an energy, so it's not something that you need to actually be listening to. You can just have that in the background while you're doing stuff, and you're absorbing that energy, whatever it is that you want to focus on, whether it's confidence, whether it's just energy, whether it's focus, clarity, whatever it is that you want to focus on. There's heaps of different videos out there, but you can listen to that and actually absorb that, or just listening to some music, some classical music, or whatever happens to be that you can sort of have in the background. This is a really massive state and mood changer, right? So if you're always sitting there just in total silence and not having anything like that, it can feel really draining, and no wonder you're going to end up in a job that you really, really dislike, right? So think about ways to change your state and change your mood, and videos and audios and music and motivational stuff, that kind of thing is an incredible way to change your mood. So that's tip number two. Third and final tip, And this comes back to energy, right? So my third and final tip is increase your energy. And the way that you do this is by physically stepping up and actually increasing your body, right? So this is especially when you're working in like an office or any sort of sedentary type job. It's really, really important to get up in the morning and move your body before you go to work, right? This is really, really important. I'm not saying you have to be like me and go to the gym every day or whatever. You do what you want. Go for a walk, do some yoga, do a Pilates video, walk the dog, whatever, like literally whatever you want to do. But start small, whatever. Start with maybe 10 minutes if you're not exercising at the moment, then move it up, bump it up, bump it up. But start somewhere, because this actually increases your energy. So when you are putting energy out, when you are actually physically moving your body, everything responds, right? Your whole body physically is more alive, it's more vital, all the blood is pumping around more efficiently, all of the organs are working better, your energy levels are going to increase, you're going to have better focus, better clarity, better brain function, all of that kind of stuff, right? If you're not prepared to put some kind of effort into looking after yourself physically, and especially if you're in a job where it's going to be, you sitting down for a period of time and that kind of stuff, you are going to always feel lethargic. You are always going to feel tired. You're always going to feel like, I just want another latte and another sugary donut and blah, blah, crap, blah, right? So put a priority on your physicality and put a priority on looking after your body, especially first thing before you actually go to the job, because that is when the energy comes, right? This is why I'm always so energetic when I do these live streams in the morning. I mean, I'm always this energetic when I do live streams, but specifically in the morning because of this, right? Because I have already prioritized my body and I've put myself into an amazing state, and that's what I'm going to go from. So that's it. That's my 3 tips. I just wanted to leave this nice and quick and short after yesterday's long revealing live stream. But that's it. That's what I wanted to share with you. So I hope that helps. Let me know if that helps, especially the first tip. That changes everything. Gratitude changes everything. You may not be at this job forever, but you may just find that this is something, especially if you're in a position where you just have to be at a job right now for money while you're growing something else or whatever it is. You will actually be shocked at how amazing it can be when you have this attitude of gratitude, when you actually focus on why this is an amazing thing for you. It shifts everything, and rather than resenting it, because that's what a lot of people do, right? They resent their job for keeping them from doing what they really want. Rather than that, you actually get into a state of appreciating the job for providing you the opportunity to actually do all the stuff that you want to do, right? So it's all a mindset shift. So yeah, those are my 3 tips. 1, attitude of gratitude. 2, the videos, audios, motivational type stuff, Reiki videos, whatever you want to do. Listen to audios throughout the day to keep you in a really good state, to keep you in a really good mindset. And number 3, physicality. Prioritize your health and fitness in the morning. Start something small, but get yourself moving, get your blood pumping, get your heart rate up, and start prioritizing that so that you can actually take that energy into your day, and it's just going to make it a hell of a lot more enjoyable than if you're sitting there slumped over and sluggish and feeling like crap. That's just my tip for that. All right, cool. That's everything for today. I hope you have an amazing day, and remember to live life on purpose. Bye.